Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's 9 o'clock. Okay, first of all, happy Mother's Day. And welcome to today's Mother's Day service. And so we are about to begin our service, so please sit quietly and listen to the kansho. Please rise for the meditation, followed by the chanting of the Vandana Ti-Sarana.
Truly entrusting means that you're able to truly relate to another being, not only human beings, but with plants and animals. Even those things that cannot speak, you're able to hear their feelings. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namando, namando, namando. Please be seated. This morning's sutra will be the chanting of the 12 homages you'll find on page 120.
Gods and men all bow in awe to Amida, love revered in Buddha's wondrous pure land. Bodhisattvas gather round. Golden form like the mountain king, steadfast like the elephant's pace. Buddha's eyes like the blue lotus. Thus I bow to Amida. Buddha's form round like the moon, bright like thousand suns and moons. Buddha's voice like the nightingale. Thus I bow to Amida. Buddha's figure on Kanon's crown, adorned with wondrous features. Buddha subdues evilness. Thus I bow to Amida. Beyond compare, Amida's pure virtue shining clear like space, all benefit from Buddha. Thus I bow to Amida. Bodhisattvas all renowned, Maras to praise Amida. Primal vow made for our sake. Thus I bow to Amida. Golden ponds where lotus bloomed, towers a throne of good
Please rise for the recitation of Shinshu Pledge. You'll find in the service book on page 6. This is pledge number 2. And trusting in the vow of the Buddha and reciting the sacred name, I shall proceed through the journey of life with strength and joy, revering the light of the Buddha and reflecting upon my imperfect self. I shall strive to live a life of gratitude, following the teachings of the Buddha and discerning the right path. I will spread the true Dharma, rejoicing in the compassion of the Buddha, respecting and helping others. I shall do my best to the welfare of the society. Namo Amida Butsu. Please remain standing for the Gatha Hotokesama, which you will find on page 74. Our Dharma Talk this morning is our Reverend Brennan. Thank you.
Please join me in a moment of reflection. There can be no deeper or more meaningful bond than between loving parent and child. For such bonds of love are the bonds of life itself. This had been so from the dawn of mankind. Fortunate it is to be born into life. Even more fortunate it is to be born into a loving environment. And even more fortunate than this is to learn to live a loving life. These are quotes from Reverends Patty and Bob Oishta. Namo. Well, welcome to today's Mother's Day service as we celebrate mothers and actually dads in a very big way. We need to reflect and appreciate all that our mothers have done for us. They've watched over us. Our experiences are similar, and yet they can be very different. Whether you have a fun, wacky mom, or a snuggly mom, or a take-charge mom who runs the house like a tight ship, or a cool mom who is up on all the latest trends, or some other type of mom or grandmother, it is good to think of how much you love her, respect her, and care about her. Maybe it's hard to put exactly what you love about her into words. I'll share some towards the end of my talk. Reverend Kubose, in his book, quoted a sutra called the Shinjin-gan-gyo, and it says, "Through the love of kind father and merciful mother, men and women are all peaceful and happy. The love of father is higher than the mountain, and mother's love," you can't hear me? Sorry, I got a signal. "And mother's love is deeper than the ocean." In the Daiju Kyo Sutra, it is said, "There should be no Buddha to serve. To serve well your parents is to serve well the Buddha." I think too often we take our parents for granted, especially when we go through our teenage stage. You know, we know that they don't know anything, right? And they aren't always right. And instead of thanking them, excuse me, and appreciating all they do, we just tend to complain. Sorry. Renyo Shonin once said, "When we become habituated, we do things with our feet, whereas we should do them reverently with our hands. We should be watchful of what we say and what we do." Some of us still have our mothers. Some of us have lost our mothers. Whether our mothers are living or not, we honor them just the same. Reverend Patty Oshta tells the story of a Nisei soldier in occupied Japan who visited the village where his parents were raised. Before he went to the PX to buy some chocolates, Hershey chocolates, because he knew that was probably very scarce as well as food during the wartime. When he got there, he was warmly welcomed and was told during the war, or even after the war, food was so scarce throughout the year, and that this candy that he brought, the Hershey's chocolate, was beyond consideration to even think about having something so delicious. There was another relative there, a mother with a young son. The mother didn't eat the chocolate. He was wondering why she didn't. And she said her young son was enjoying it so much, it made more delicious in his mouth. He had chocolate on his fingers, he had chocolate around his mouth, and his eyes were closed, just tasting that wonderful chocolate taste. Our mothers are our best teachers in life. They are wise, pushing us to do our best, guiding us to be tolerant, appreciative, and grateful for all we are given to help us get through life's challenges. Of course, we do that better when we're older. When we're younger, we just have no clue, yeah. They help us keep our lives in balance. And so we too are given the task to love our children deeply and be present in their lives. When we lose our moms, there is a great sadness that they are no longer here to call on the phone, to hear their voice. So for now, if we are privileged to have a daughter or a son, we can be examples and guide them in the Nembutsu. That's the end of my Buddha sharing, in a way. I want to share a book called Oceans of Love. And this is really for children, but I think it's for all of us. The captions on this book are hard to see, so I'm going to introduce you to them. Imagine moms beneath the waves with lots of love to share. The ocean moms share their love and show how much they care. Hermit crab shops here and there to find a roomy shell she gently backs her baby in. I never thought about that before. Mother minnow darts and dips in every tidal pool to place her little swimmers in the perfect minnow school. Manta mama flaps her fins to teach her tiny ray graceful moves to swim and skim and glide around all day. Mother clam may tell her tots, now hurry and open wide. Dinner gets delivered where there is plankton on the tide. Dolphin playdates last all day, and mom keeps kitties busy doing twists and jumps and flips till everyone is dizzy. Octopus has many arms to choose a hidden spot where wee ones get untangled if they're tied up in a knot. Mother whale will blow her top to spout her special love. Her calf stays snuggled by her side or sometimes just below. Mama shark says, hold your fins above the waterline. She keeps her pups together as they're heading out to dine. Barnacle assures her young it's quite all right to cling to rocks and docks and crates and gates. In fact, most anything. Jellyfish grows tentacles that help her capture food. They also seem to wave goodbye to her departing brood. But though we keep imagining what ocean mamas do, no little fish that swims the sea is loved as much as you, all you children here. Okay. I have some quotes I want to share with you that I found online about people who have specified some ideas. This is from Khalil Gibran. Maybe you're familiar with him, a wonderful philosopher. He says, "Mother, the most important, the most beautiful word on the lips of mankind." I like this one by Eleanor Roosevelt. "A mom is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water." "A mother is a person who, seeing there are only 4 pieces of pie for 5 people, promptly announces she never did care for pie." Oh, Irma Bombeck is quite the humorist. "When your mother asks, 'Do you want a piece of advice?' it is a mere formality. It doesn't matter if you answer yes or no. You're going to get it anyway." And Goldie Hawn's quote is, "The truth is that no matter how old we are, as long as our mothers are alive, we want our mother." Some of us really don't. My mother was 98. I had her for many, many years. And you know, when I was studying for Tokudo, I would be studying my Shoshinge there on the dining room table, and she'd be sitting across, and she says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm trying to memorize these verses." She says, "Well, you know, you have to be really good at that. You have to do it over and over again." You know, so she was forever my mom, you know, knowing what to tell me. And I really appreciated it. Okay, I have one last series of pictures, photos, and I just want to share with you that my daughter was 47 when she had her baby. And she always wanted to be a mother. So it happened the end of September, I guess, the end of August. So he's 8.5 months old now. And so it's quite joyful. The picture that you're going to see, well, I'll explain it once it's up. Okay. The last picture, it shows his tongue sticking out. But many of you know that when you take a picture, a live picture, you know, he could be doing stuff like this and it ends up, the tongue just happened to come out. And so the babysitter sent this series to me, but it brings so much joy to see it. And I think it's good if we have a chance to be joyful, you know, for our grandkids or our kids and each other, our parents, you know. So they're all coming today for my son's making brunch. So after the service, I'll be leaving so I don't miss out. I apologize. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Namo Amidas. Namo Amidas.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm sure as you listen to our Dharma Talk, you all reflected on your own mothers and remember how wonderful to think about your mothers. Okay, let's rise and sing the next, the praises of the Buddha. Oh no, Buddha loves you. Buddha loves you in this book, page 24. And remain standing for the Nembutsu following.
Believe in God, but tomorrow I may not believe. What is of value is the infinite compassion and unconditional embrace of the Amida, regardless of whether I believe or not. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. But it's also nice to see so many kids. Yeah? Moiva heading out to help her mom on the other side. I forgot his name. Axel. There's actually another Axel. That's another story. But Ethan, and of course my Everly and Jet. But nice to see all of them here. Thank you, Reverend Barbara. That was a very nice message. It's always nice to be, as she did talk about the different quotes. I could remember my mom in some of those. It was very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Cookie, for being the MC today. Thank you, David, for helping with the sign-in table and being the greeter. Lisa, for playing the piano. Bob, for ringing the kansho. And, of course, Ryan. Refreshments today is by Team A, led by Lisa. Announcements. As I had announced the last couple of Sundays, we are planning to do a cleanup of Kule Road this coming Saturday, the 20th, from 9 o'clock, and it should end around 11. I have a sign-up sheet back there on the table. I'm looking for more volunteers, someone who can come out, help clean up the street, and we'll bag everything up. And we'll have the rubbish taken to the dump. Stephen has volunteered to do that for us. Also, a reminder, the 2023 Buddhist Study Center summer session will be held Monday, June 5th through Friday, June 9th, from 6 p.m. to about 8 p.m. And you may attend the sessions in person or via Zoom. I do have a flyer on the bulletin board, so you can see for more details. Our next Sunday service on May 21st would be a regular family service. Reverend Barbara, again, will be our speaker. Yishin has agreed to do her hands-on Asian painting demonstration like she did a couple months ago, I believe it's now. And I think we had a pretty good interest at that time. And I think if you can be here, it'd be nice. And if you are interested, she can continue not only demonstrating but also teaching us the fine art in the Asian or Chinese style paintings. Our Bon Dance, again, is on July 8th. For the food booth, Merle is still looking for sign-ups for volunteers to help out, and also food donations. More details will be announced as we get closer to the date. We'll also need manpower to put up the yagura, or musician stand. That is done the week before, Saturday, July 1st. We put it up, we string all the lights. Then the day of the Bon Dance, the morning, we put up decorations. Traditionally, the Windward Buddhist Temple yagura is florally designed. The design engineer is Cookie. So we always look for donations of flowers. We usually get like monstera leaves and maybe some palm leaves, and throw on whatever flowers we get, whether it be anything, any flowers that you might be able to offer. That'd be great. And then the next morning, the Sunday morning, there'll be no service, but we'll be doing cleanup. At 8 o'clock, we take down all the decorations, take down the yagura, the lights, and so on. So clean up everything. As you came into the temple, you might have noticed on the back table some beautiful things. Would you believe that's all Lego? That's amazing. And you know who the crafty person that made that? That was Ron Yanagisawa. Hey, Ron. I asked him to come and say a few things about it, but he's kind of shy. So, but they look so beautiful. It's all by kits that you can buy, evidently from Lego. So quite interesting. Today is Bingo Sunday, so after you have your refreshments, we'll have bingo. The Kiwanis group is sponsoring a kupuna spelling bee. I have a flyer I'll put up on the bulletin board. Yep, Kiwanis kupuna spelling bee, benefiting the Alzheimer's Association. So if you're 60 years and older, you can participate. In Honolulu, there'll be a competition Saturday, July 22nd. And then there's the finals will be done on July 29th. So you have a little while to study up your, you can watch the kids do it, and maybe you can learn from that. But there's information about registration, so, look at it, get all the information down, and get your name in. Some of us are wearing the Monto Shikisho. I see a number of us. They are available, and of those of you who don't have any, they are available at the Honganji, the main temple, the bookstore there, and I'm willing to help pick them up. The purpose of the Monto Shikisho, and Barbara can help correct me if I'm wrong, but Prudence had provided me a write-up, but it talks about how members are encouraged to wear it whenever participating in services or other Buddhist observances. The Shikisho or Monto Shikisho and the Nenju goes hand in hand, so whenever you have services. And you're part of the Sangha. It's not necessarily just this Sangha, but the Sangha of Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. So whether it's a service here at the temple, it might be at the main Betsuing temple, it could be any other place. It could be even at your home if you have a memorial service or any type of service. It's always good to wear the Monto Shikisho, and it should put you in a spirit of accepting or listening to the Dharma. Okay. So if anyone interested, more information, or if you're interested in obtaining one, let me know. Again, there's about 3 or 4 different styles. Let's see, I have one that Shirley had. This is the newest, and this is actually came out in commemorating the 850th anniversary of the Honganji, and it's beautiful in gold and burgundy. Very nice. So if you want to take a look at this, come see me, or I may give it back to Shirley. But okay. All right, final announcement. Because it's Mother's Day, we have some carnations for all the mothers. It's right outside of here on the table. So please grab a flower, a carnation, and please enjoy the day, your Mother's Day. And did I miss anything? Anyone else have announcements to make? If not, time for refreshments. Let's do the words of thanksgiving found on page 126 of your red service book. We are truly grateful for this wonderful food, a gift of life. May we share its benefits with all beings. As we partake of this food, let us remember Amida Buddha's compassion, which surrounds all people and all forms of life. Namo Amida. Itadakimasu. Thank you, everyone.